Yeah, the IMU pipeline is wrong, apparently. Now we have to wait 20 seconds till the DJ finishes talking. Because I can't think while he's talking. Yay, normal music. Oh, it's still a DJ mix. Oh. Yeah. I think this means that this is a handle, and that handle was created with wrong info. I think this is a synchronous window. So is our inside create graphics pipeline. That's this function. Still doesn't tell me anything. Okay, yeah, I got an answer. Oh, disappointing. Oh, wait, not disappointing. Also disappointing. That one. But I thought I added that one. Yeah, I added that. No. $64. I post. I'm an idiot. I did add that, but not to the IMG stuff. That's the reason. So I need in the... I need this for... Begin render pass. Viewport source bind division buffers. Bind pipeline. Begin render pass. Everything is in render frame of IMG. Still not getting it. Maybe set up a render state then. Yeah, bind vertex buffers. The IMU frame resources data does have an M vertex buffer, which has a handle. Let's have a look at that. A mapped vertex buffer must point to the mapped vertex buffer. Because that is being updated somewhere. Not here. Index buffer also not, I guess. Here it is. Updated. Resources. Vertex buffer. View frame resources data. Vertex buffer. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to understand how to. I mean, I'm added vertex buffers, this new class to IMQ in order to get something working. But IMU code has its completely independent code related to vertex buffers, so that's why it's not working. How can I? Probably have to. I don't know what I have to do. Just what I'm looking at. Yeah, this I should do. PMD. Yeah. We'll have to do that. Maybe during the stream even, otherwise I might forget it. Mm. Confusing part is that this thing is not dynamic at all. It's just filled once and then used. But IMU is pretty dynamic, I had the feeling. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? It just everything, every frame. So it's having a completely unknown number of vertices, and every frame it's creating that. So every frame, again, you have to do something, which is totally not what this interface is about. This interface is just, you create a vertex buffer with some data in it, and that's immutable almost. At least at the moment it is. New mentions. Discord is pinging me, but nobody knows with what. I don't know. Maybe that one. So this one does have a vector of memory buffer. This is a cache value. Let's see what that was. Set to 0. use bind call to bind. I think this is maybe the best entry point here to go backwards from this call. Because both must be must be calling that. I don't think I want to use this code for IMQ. I don't know why, but I think the existing code is probably the best. Yeah, so what was I saying? Something with bind, what is it? Bind vertex buffers. Yeah. Simply using a handle here, that's all. But it's that handle. A VK buffer handle. An vertex buffer is an index buffer above a memory buffer. And I don't even know if I have two of those in vertex buffers. Let's have a look. I have a new thing, vertex buffers. I added that to IMQ. Or not. I'm not even keeping it around, I remember now. Vertex buffers. It only exists temporarily while create graphics pipeline is being called. Thank you, Dombo. Vertex buffers. Yeah, right, that's it. Remember adding this, so ImView is not creating a buffer at all. I'm just abusing the class for the first part here. So the memory is empty. It's not being created, and so on and so on. Well, this part is kind of irrelevant, I think. Now I get a validation error before I even get in that function. Suppose that would explain it, right? Okay, that's really weird. How is that possible? Oh. I'm not sure, but I guess that's not correct that it is a vector of length 0. Could be it. Someone said vertex array input locations are described in the input assembly at pipeline creation. But I don't think so. It's more like this, and then it's empty, because this count is set to 0. That would then explain why we have a problem. So my pipeline characteristic returns empty vectors. Is that true? No, not the best way to debug this. Well, here it is. Standard vector length 0, capacity 0, and input attribute description sedum ditto. Yeah, so just these things are just empty. Let's have a look at what those should have been added in. And that happens here apparently. A call to update vertex input descriptions. Basically done after copy push constant ranges, which I'm pretty sure I'm not doing either, or whatever. But, well, wait a minute. This is part of add push constant, which I'm not using. But this is part of add vertex shader, which I might be abusing, and then we need to call this as well after it is preprocessed, apparently. Okay, so let's edit a file called imq something. Can never find that back, of course. No, then not. Add vertex shader. Yep. So somewhere I'm calling this, but I also have to call that. Next time I get this pop-up, I have to quickly do something. It'll take 2 minutes. 3 minutes. Update vertex input descriptions. Yeah. So this must be called. We are more or less there, but after preprocessing. Now here we have compile shaders. That is doing both preprocessing and building. Is that okay? Can I also build? Yeah, I guess I can. So let's try, oops, let's try what happens if I call so this call would actually fill whatever is being returned here. So I call this and then we can get non-zero vectors here. And that might fix it. And it does. Phew. Okay, we got imq working again. But I'm still missing a texture here. It's not 100% working. Let's run it in debug again, see if there are any validation errors. Nope, no validation errors. So why am I not seeing my texture? Which texture was it? That's annoying. No asserts, no crashes, no compile errors, no validation errors, and still doesn't work. Yeah, I'm sorry to say, someone sent me a friend request, and I take Discord friend requests as being friends, you know, like not hoping that we will become friends or whatever administrative advantages it gives in Discord, but just people I know, and this person, well, I won't say who, but he sent me a friend request. Well, we never spoke before on Discord anyway. I think we spoke a little bit in the chat here, like 5 sentences. But I'm going to ignore that because otherwise... With all the people on Discord related to this stream, I have 2 friends at the moment. But yeah, I mean, can you not send a private? No, I don't like private messages anyway. So even if you can't, I think people should send the messages in the server. We have an off-topic, even a general, and stuff about compiling the Linux viewer. Okay, only 7 concurrent viewers left at the moment, although that are probably my closest viewers. How do you call that? That are always here. So I really cherish you all. But it seems a good moment to quickly run outside and put my garbage out before I forget it. So I'll be back in a few minutes. coming through with the garbage. Personnel. Excuse me. YouTube is paying, so I'm back. No, they're not paying me. I mean, they are paying for the bandwidth. And then you had only 3 viewers. Oh, that's it's all-time low. But hey, on the bright side, that must mean that everyone was actually watching. And then they left when I left. Okay, yeah, one more bug and I'm gonna stop, obviously, for today. And then that should work as well. That texture. Why is there no texture? Which texture is it? Strange things are happening. Just want to know which texture it is. Well, it's either background or benchmark. Probably more like that one. Path of directory resources. Blah blah blah, texture something. I don't know. Let me just find it. No, I don't know. Both are in this directory. Yeah, and then yep, that's a missing texture, so that would be the frame resources one. And just to be 100% sure, you can also do the other one, which is, I guess, the other texture. That would be background. Okay. Holy unsure. Okay, so background works and frame resources doesn't. That this one doesn't. and this one does. Yeah, I didn't. It worked before and didn't change this code really, so all the details should still be correct until otherwise confirmed. Now I'm gonna assume that this code is correct and it's therefore uploaded and everything. Okay, the only thing I'm worried about is that maybe there's a race condition. No, it cannot be. But I want to test it anyway. So I'm going to delete this and put it after that one. If now this one works and that one doesn't, then it's not a race condition, if you get what I mean. Well, that was not it. That's something else you can check. You can make this a 1 and that is 0. And then if this whole code block works, then we should see the other texture. Now that's interesting. We don't. Highly strange. That is really strange. I mean, we don't is okay, but we still see the same texture. What? How on... Oh, I see it. Who else is seeing it? Yep. So this was a 1 and this was a 0 and nothing changed. Unbelievable. Benchmark. Now, we found a bug, so that better be the bug, right? It's impossible that no, it doesn't. It would still not be fixed. That's seriously impossible. Yes. Good. Yeah, that worked. All done. I guess the next step is to commit this, the boring stuff. I'm gonna remove the dot box as well, because I think that was related to something that I now fixed, right? Yeah. Don't need this anymore. Can also remove that then from my environment sourcing bug something. Status git diff. Probably everything is okay. So I'm just gonna do git add -p. Yes, horrible bug. We needed that. Otherwise, it was an undefined reference too. What does this change? Oh yeah, that was not seeing a texture because we used the wrong one. Then we have add a preprocess state, probably required. And I just did that. I'm not happy by the errors that this gave, though, because well, this is user code, and if you do this wrong as user, being the user, then you should get a warning in debug mode, I think, telling you exactly what you are doing wrong. Well, okay, maybe next time when I do it wrong. I'm gonna say yes. Yes. Pipeline factory add characteristic. Oh yeah, that's extra characteristic that I had forgotten. Rename that I missed. And the update vertex input descriptions was missing. And nobody knows why, but let's say yes. That was missing. That was missing. This is necessary to compile it. I deleted an assert here. Well, what's with the indentation? Oh, the for loop is deleted. Because I was thinking I only have one characteristic, but I don't. Earlier I added another one back. So this is not really what I want. Or should have. What? It's pipeline factory? Why would it delete something like a for loop? Oh, the for loop is here. No, it's just a whole indentation changed. Just the indentation changed. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I added an indentation here, and the reason was this boolean. I have a new boolean. Yep. Search is replaced with do we even have that? And then the rest is not changed but indented. And then I'm testing it here, so this is new code. Okay. And that was all. Yeah, no, not rude. Yeah, rob banks every now and then. So what shall we do now? I can fix the other one. We still have a test left. Uniform buffers, also completely broken. Do I want to do that? Not really, but well, might as well, because now I've more or less fresh in my mind. Oh. How to do that? There's something else that is broken as well, I think, the Linux viewer itself. And that one is probably beyond repair. Uniform buffers. Let's do that as well. I mean, I'm only really done with the open brain surgery when yeah, that kind of stuff is fixed as well, of course. Now, postpone, you can tell them I'm streaming from jail, so there's nothing else to do here than watch at okay, watch at the bars or streaming. No. Okay, you're right. I don't want to answer this question. There are many answers possible. So I bought 1 Bitcoin when it was still 10 cents. 1 Bitcoin, that would not have been enough. 1,000 Bitcoins. Oh, that would make me rich. No, man, nothing I said was true. People take things so serious. You don't want to know what I told people in the past without telling them that I was lying. Or maybe you do want to know, but I don't dare to tell. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, if I do this, then I have to do all the same changes that I just did again. That's pure horror. And they're all going to be a little different. For example, I didn't have an add shader resources too. Pretty sure about that. Boys Bunny says, don't tell him about your OnlyFans. I don't get that. I don't feel like doing this. Again, Ash. I should probably just, at the very least, look at the diff that I just committed. Okay. Yeah, I already made loads of changes. This is maybe the biggest one. Loads of, oops. I only am interested in this one, the window. And then here we have, yeah, what I just committed. That it wasn't that much, but okay, good. It's more, yeah. Sort of, I need a diff between these two things. Okay, you can make a diff, right? So I have the changes in this one and that one at the same time. This is I'm good, so that is not related. Yeah, I need a diff between this one and that one. No, wait, this is the commit between this one and that one. Commit. How can I give merge base? What? Commit dot commit. Might be what I want. This is synonymous to the earlier form without the dot dot for viewing the changes between two arbitrary commit. If commit on one side is omitted, it will have the same effect as using head instead. And 3 dots is to view the changes on the branch containing and up to the second commit. Okay. I just need this one. So 2 dots and then dash dash path. And the path is frame resource count window.h. Seriously? Why? At least then give an error or something. Frame resources counted. Yay, have it. Okay, so I can assume that combines everything. It's big, so the first one is in there, and then the second one contains stuff like the second one is also in, yeah, benchmark and set a background. So we can write this to a file, and then can edit, open another console window, cd to the same directory. Hello, alt top, and then switch to YouTube font and then make it big because really. And then edit descriptor.div. No colors. Oh, I hate that. How can I work without colors? Okay. Now let's see how quick I can do this. Took a whole day for the first one. Second one is going to take 22 minutes, I hope, because 21. Because then it's 10 o'clock and I want to stop. The thing does not have any textures, I think, does it? Well, there's a sample texture here. Where's that being used? It combined image sampler and sample texture. Oh, the vert3 texture. Yeah. Okay, so we have a single I don't have vertex buffers though, I don't think. Wait, this thing does have a pipeline? No, it doesn't. Or does it? Yes, of course it does. Well, it's more like the number of breaks I take A4 in 27. But yes, I stopped streaming twice already. detected. What? Zij play Z871. How can I chat without sipping to you? I don't even dare to think what you're meaning. Yeah, well, okay, bye. I mean, the chat is closed for unsubscribed people? I didn't know that. That would be rude. Is it? Is it? Anyone know that? If you do not subscribe, then you cannot chat or something? It's not. Oh, I don't know what he meant then. Initially, I thought that, like, maybe he was a kid and he just got to know internet. The only place he found a chat that is almost the whole day online is here. Not knowing about all the other places that you can chat on the internet. Was about to refer him to no, never mind. The post bunny, that's see, I need to be able to play jingles. But then then people would draw the wrong conclusion, even though it would be funny. The thing is private is push, totally private. You do not have an accessor. You do not have an accessor. Yeah, that's problematic. Or is it? It's a uniform buffer. So that really have to be part of, oh wait, yeah, that's comparable to Okay, yeah. Combined image sampler. So I need accessors for that. I'm just gonna add 3 accessors. And the types are so different here. Damn, it's past 10 o'clock. Didn't finish it. That thing needed a set key. What? No, forget it. Oh, that's yeah. I'm blind. Shader resource base. Okay. Texture uniform buffer base. Well, must be working in both cases. Let's return that. That's a bit late for coffee, isn't it? You're not planning to go to bed? Those are my accessors. Okay. The left buffer, when music stops. Why did the music stop? Because they just stopped it. Ridiculous. I thought this guy's not listening or watching our advertisement because he's using Linux. So we just secretly stop his stream. All those people on Windows listening to advertisement all the time. I never have that problem on Linux. No error. Arrow, I mean, not error. Arrow. So I was visiting an old American lady just last Sunday. I mean, I pass their house when I go from my parents to my house. And I wanted to help with cleaning the, what is it? Making her entrance snow-free or something. So I got a cup of tea, we're sitting inside, and I was telling her my favorite book is Songmaster. And she didn't get what I said. Now, apparently, if you say song, nobody knows what you mean. It's pronounced song, song. Not song, but sung. Well, he sang a song, something like that. Or am I saying it wrong? Post Bunny, what do you think? I mean, I think an O, like in Post Bunny, is an O. So when I write S-O-N-G, I say song. Okay, that's not an O. Song. Yeah, that's not it. It's more an O, like an odd. You don't say odd. You say odd. So I say song. Is that wrong? Yeah, wrong. Also an O. I don't know. She must be like having a weird dialect or something. But she's English, so yeah. I don't know. Omnig. I'm thinking about a way to disappoint Omnig. Maybe beginning of April. Oh wait, the delay got me. I read an N-A-H, but he said M-A-H. Yeah, my man, high five. And I'm just kidding, of course. I can be extremely evil, but I never mean it. If I stop streaming, we all have to come together in Second Life. I mean it. Let's have some really humoristic fun there. To disappoint me is very easy. It sounds like I have very high standards. So please explain what you exactly mean. Let me have a look at Discord, what you said after it. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yes, yeah. You stop talking. Nah, okay, we'll figure it out. No, it makes me think of something like I once told a boy that I more or less just got to know, and we had a good day together. I don't know, the details are a bit, no, how do you say it? It's more like it would be too long a story to explain it correctly. But at some point I did say, and I mean that, it's very easy to lose me. Unfortunately, I guess. I don't run after people, you know. If someone stops talking to me, then it's over. Because, yeah, I don't know. That's probably why I don't have any friends. The only friend I had for a long time, which was a girlfriend, or a woman friend, and she was of the type that she never gave up. Literally, absolutely never, ever. Couldn't get rid of her if I wanted to. She just always kept making new contacts, even if there was some time passed, and that lasted a few years, the friendship. I think no, it's more my insecureness actually, you know. So if someone doesn't know, well, not really. Not really. Buzz Bunny. Stop being jealous. Nah, I told you about her. I'm pretty sure. I told you a lot, Buzz Bunny. No, I already told you. Well, let's not talk about too private things in the YouTube chat, okay? Keep that for Discord private chat. Before you spill all my secrets. Okay, I'm not coding anymore, clearly. I'm somewhere in the middle, I don't feel like it anymore. Let's do something else. And I said, instead of playing chess, I'm going to chat up ChatGTP. And I show you how stupid that thing is. Where's my ChatGTP? I don't see it anymore. I got so disgusted I probably closed the window completely. Here. That's it. Oh, my session is expired. Oh no, I must have been... Continue with Google. Thank you very much. Yes, now everyone knows who I am. Thank God my 5 other accounts weren't visible. So much for privacy. Nope. Okay, let's ask some simple questions. I could try to ask the same thing that I asked last time, but that would be boring for me as well. Let me just ask something new, and I'm starting simple. Okay. What is minus 1 to the power minus 1? No, that is correct. Wow, it can calculate. Okay, let's make it harder. Let n be a positive integer of the form 6n plus 5. It's especially bad for bad at things that it doesn't know, or in other words, but you cannot answer, or something like that. I'm gonna ask questions that at least have an answer for now. So for which, let's see, for which n, that's nonsense. Let's say k. For which k will n be even? You cannot look that up on the internet, you just have to understand it. No, that's I rest my case. QED. I even failed on the second question, and I started easy. What a bullshit. What a bullshit. Now, guys, I mean, do I have to go on? Really? Because that is sickening. This is ChatGPT for you. It just gives you an answer. Okay, anyone not following how much bullshit this is? Oh, Nick, it doesn't know. The answer is there is no K. There is no such K. No, the question doesn't make sense. It has to say no such K exists. Instead, it claims that this is how it works. It just gives you an answer. It doesn't understand the question. It just gives you an answer that looks like an answer, even if it is bullshit. Which proves that it has no clue what it's doing. The question does make sense. The right answer would have been, it's not true. Since n is of the form 6k plus 5, it will be odd for any k. Therefore, no such k exists. How hard would it be for ChatGPT to give that as an answer? But it doesn't. And why not? Because it doesn't understand it. No, but it could answer anything. That's really I rather ask question. Okay, I can ask a question. I did ask questions. I asked loads of questions that do have answers, but it's still giving bullshit, even though there is an answer. Let me find an example then for you. Like, I mean, I think yeah, and math questions don't make sense now. To ChatGPT, you mean? To me? You said MS, but you mean me. You should not ask open English questions, because then you get an answer that looks okay. You must ask a question that is very viable, and that shows that ChatGPT gives an answer no matter what, even if it does not understand it, or rather, that it never understands what you ask. It has absolutely no clue what you are saying. It just does pattern matching with English words. I'm going to ask another question. Let me think of something that, this time it must really have an answer, okay? I think there was still an answer here. It should have said there is no K. But okay. Let me ask a simple question, because I don't know what it can answer. I was going to ask a question that you basically can look up on the internet, but at least some understanding is needed, I think. Which prime number sits between wow, it got that correct. Well, okay, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. The other day I asked it something about the Riemann-Zeta function, if that's still here. That was one pile of nonsense, one after another. I ask show that the sum of n, where n runs from 1 till infinity, equals minus 1/12. So it comes as pure 100% nonsense, but it's a bit mathematical, so maybe people would skip over it. The sum of infinite geometric series can be found using the formula A1 divided by 1 minus r, where A1 is the first term and r is the common ratio. I think that this is already nonsense, because that's about a geometric series and I didn't ask that. But okay, then it fills it in. And so it concludes that for n goes to infinity, the sum is 1. Now, that's a brilliant conclusion. So if you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and so on till infinity, the result is 1, according to ChatGPT. However, this result only holds if the series converges. Above series converges to minus 1/12 as shown by the Riemann-Zeta function. The zeta of 1, which by the way is singular, doesn't exist, equals the sum of 1 over n to the power 1, excuse me, is 1 plus a half plus a third plus a quarter, which goes to infinity, as everyone knows. This infinite series is known as the Riemann-Zeta function, and it converges. No, it doesn't converge to minus 1.5. No, it doesn't. In short, zeta 1 is minus 1. No. Zeta minus 1 equals minus 1.5. So that's what I said. This is utter nonsense from start to end. I apologize if my previous explanation was not clear. Seemed to contain errors. The error was with me. The statement the sum of n where n runs from 1 to infinity equals minus half is actually a well-known result in mathematics, but it is not true. That's correct. In fact, the sum of an infinite series of positive numbers does not converge to any finite value. It is infinite. It's not possible to add an infinite amount of positive numbers and get a finite result. Okay. The minus 1/2 value is actually related to the Riemann-Zeta function, where it is evaluated at the point s is 1. Nope, it is at s is minus 1. And is also known as the Riemann-Zeta function at 1. No, at minus 1. It is therefore related to the sum of n from 1 to infinity, but the sum of the reciprocals and blah blah blah. So then I say, I've been explaining to it what the mistake is it make. The Riemann-Zeta function 1 does not exist. It is not minus 1.5. It's a singularity. Also, you said that 1 plus a half plus 1/3, etc. approaches 1. Well, in fact, it goes to infinity. It is correct to say that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, oops, typo, etc., which is what I asked, goes to infinity and is not equal to minus 1/12. However, there's a way to show that it is, even though that might be wrong. It is that proof that I requested. I apologize for any confusion caused by my previous responses. You are correct that the Riemann Z... It's just repeating what I say, you know, that's so boring. It is correct that the Riemann zeta function at 1 is a singularity and it is not equal to minus 1/12. The sum of the series 1 plus 2 plus 4, at least it's correct with my 5, does not convert to any finite value and goes to infinity. Yeah, I just said that. The statement the sum of n, where n runs 1 to infinity, equals it, is not true, blah, 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 and not related to the sum. Yeah, okay, so it's summary of what I said. I apologize for any confusion my previous responses may have been caused. It's still talking about confusion, not my errors or my mistake. No, confusion. It is not possible to prove that the sum of the series of natural numbers equals minus 1/12 as it goes to infinity. Well, okay. Nevertheless, I say this is the answer that I was looking for. So this is known as the Riemannian summation. Let A is 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1, etc. Also known as Grandi series, such called after the Italian mathematician, philosopher and priest Guido Grandi. Then 1 minus A equals 1 minus that thing between brackets. Remove the brackets, you get that, which happens to be equal to A. Hey, therefore 1 minus A equals A, therefore 1 equals 2A or A equals a half. That's nonsense, of course, but you see the trick. Next, let B is 1 minus 2 plus 3 minus 4 plus 5 minus 6. Then A minus B, and you can fill that in, and then you do another trick that is nonsense, but okay, you just combine each term of each series, one after another, calculate that, and that equals B, therefore A is 2B or B is a quarter. Blah, blah, blah. Well, you have probably seen that before on the internet. And in the end, the result is that that C equals B divided by 1/3 is 1/4 divided by 1/3 is minus 1/12. The above proof several mistakes are made. However, this result is related to the Riemann zeta function in that zeta at minus 1 is minus 1/12 is more or less related to the sum of 1 over n to the power minus 1 is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, etc. And then I found this so funny. Then ChatGPT reacted, yes, that is a way to show three chords that the sum of the series is always equal to minus 12. But that is not accurate or rigorous proof. I think he lost his temper here. The Riemannian summation is a technique that uses formal power series and analytic continuation to assign a finite value to a certain divergent series that can typically considered be equal to infinity. This technique is not universally accepted and can be considered as an unconventional way of summing divergent series. You also mentioned a link to the Riemann zeta function, specifically the case where s equals minus 1. Now, it goes into full bullshit again. The Riemann zeta function is a complex function that is defined for all complex numbers except s equals 1. Oh, that's actually correct. And now it comes, the value of zeta minus 1 is not equal to a minus 12. I really can't get it right, can it? It's even contradicting itself. But is related to the series as that zeta minus 1 equals minus 1 over 2. So it's zeta minus 1 is not equal to a minus 1/12, but it is related in the sense that zeta minus 1 equals minus 1/12. Lobotomized, that's what it is. Yeah, so I say, what do you mean by, and I quote you, the value of zeta minus 1 is not equal to a minus 1/12. but it is related to the series blah 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 in the sense that zeta, etc. What I just said. I apologize for any confusion. It's still confusion, even though it just said something that is impossibly true because it was contradicting itself. What I meant was that the value of the Riemann zeta function at -1 is not equal to -112. Well, okay, thank you for clearing it up, but it is equal to -112. And the zeta function at -1 is not defined. It keeps confusing -1 and 1. It is a singularity. No, at 1 it is a singularity, not as -1. It's so confused. So I said, I don't think that's correct. The Riemann zeta function is only equal to the summation of 1 over n to the power s for s larger than 1, which is well defined for values less than 1. In particular, the zeta of -1 equals -112, even though the summation 1 plus 2 plus 3 is not. You are correct. The Riemann zeta function is defined for all complex numbers s except for s -1. Yay, it got it. And it can be extended to negative values for s using analytic continuation. However, for s -1, the Riemann zeta function is not equal to -112. It is... This is so stupid. Well, there's just no intelligence behind it at all. It keeps repeating the same thing over and over. Yeah, I think we explained it now 3 times. I corrected it every time, and then now it's still saying the same thing. It cannot get it in its head. So it's still at -1. It's not equal to it is. The Riemann zeta function at s -1 is not defined. It is. It is a singularity. No, it's not. That's at s equals 1. And the summation blah blah goes to infinity and is not equal. Apology and confusion. Yeah, you are wrong. The Riemann zeta function for s equals -1 is most definitely equal to -112. I apologize. You are correct that the Riemann zeta function for s equals -1 equals to -112. The Riemann zeta function is defined for all complex numbers s except for s equals 1 and for s -1. Oh wait, and for s -1, the Riemann zeta function equals to -112. So now I got it correct. It can be represented as the infinite sum of the series 1 plus a half plus a third plus a fourth. Nonsense, pure 100% thumbsuckery. I apologize for any confusion, and that's back to confusion caused by my previous statements over any inaccuracies. Oh, it's finally has no errors or something like that, or inconsistencies, slight inaccuracies in our previous responses. You just, again, said something that is inaccurate. I just copied the name and think otherwise maybe it's, insulted or something. Namely, the zeta function, z of s, can be represented as the sum of n from 1 to infinity of 1 minus n to the power of s if and only if s larger than 1. If you would ignore that last limitation and fill in s minus 1 anyway, you get is 1 plus 2 plus 3. In other words, your sentence, it can be represented as the infinite sum of the series 1 plus a half plus a third, etc. is incorrect. That would be the presentation for s equals 1 and goes to infinity. Finally, we are there. Finally, I apologize for the mistake in my previous statement. So somehow it is learning. It starts to see that it is spouting bullshit, and the inaccuracy, the confusion changes to inaccuracy, changes into mistake. You're correct that the Riemann zeta function can only be represented as an infinite sum, blah 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 blah. That is correct. Thank you for the conversation. Oh, you're welcome. I apologize again for any back to confusion caused my previous statements. I'm glad I could provide you with the accurate information you were looking for. Yeah, well, it's crazy. It's it's funny. I guess it's funny. Okay, let's ask something else. Okay, what shall you ask it next? Okay, so we know that basically it's just giving an answer that looks like the answer. It will sound self-convinced. It does not understand what you say. It's just matching words, rearranging English words. So what can I ask so that it will say something nonsensical? I think some kind of logic puzzle, but it should not be a puzzle that is already on the internet. And it must be a rather simple logic puzzle, as long as you really need to understand that to solve it. I made up a question once. It's probably not on the internet. But I don't know what it will answer because it's a 50-50% chance. But maybe usually it does explanation. So, I have. Let me think. Okay, I have 2 cartons of milk in my fridge. Both show the same expiration date. One contains 2 liters. You write it like that? No. Is this correctly written? Liters? Sounds like, I don't know. Liter is Dutch. So. Also liter. Okay. Yeah, well, I can't even laugh about this one. I have 2 cartons of milk in my fridge. Both show the same expiration date. Answer: you should open the carton of milk with the earlier expiration date. What? It grabbed something that matches my milk carton, opened first, fridge, expiration date, keywords, Googled that, as it were. The whole of Google is integrated in its neural network, and it comes up with an answer between quotes. Excuse me, I said that they both have the same expiration expiration date. Yeah, well. Let me give you my answer, because this is a real life thing that I made up. Of course, you have to open the smaller one first, because then the larger one, yeah, well, I think, well, actually, of course, it's maybe wrong, but you have to open the smaller one first. And the reasoning that follows is kind of correct, because that will be used up more quickly. Well, this is nonsense, and this is totally wrong. The larger carton of milk will be used up more quickly. Yeah, the idea is that as soon as you open something, the speed at which it degrades is faster. So you want milk that you use last to be sealed as long as possible. So actually you must open the larger container first, indeed. But the answer that it gives is nonsense, and will used up more quickly. That's not the answer. It's even completely wrong. Three people want to cross a bridge. Only two people can cross at the same time. Person A can cross the bridge in 3 minutes. Person B can cross the bridge in 5 minutes. And person C doesn't want to cross the bridge. What is the best strategy taking all their wishes into account to cross the bridge? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. My question looks so much like a a real puzzle, logic puzzle that you can find on the internet, that it gives the answer for that question. It doesn't understand what you really say. It just matches up something. It's a close match, words, keywords, ideas. You see, so it gave an answer to the actual existing puzzle, while what I'm asking is not a puzzle. Just I don't know, A and B cross at the same time. They don't even have to stay together. A crosses and B crosses, and C stays behind. That's the answer, obviously. Okay, I think I proved it enough. No more ask ChatGPT to help you with your Vulkan engine because it doesn't know anything whatsoever. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's probably not possible to make a trip because it's just a stupid bot. I want to ask one more question that it cannot answer. That will make me laugh. No, I don't think it will make any improvement anytime soon. That would be a step to a real intelligence. It needs a memory, it needs to actually understand what you say, it needs to verify what it answers. None of those things it does. I don't see that happen within a few more years. So something like this works because you can Google that. It just exists somewhere on the website. But I'm not convinced, considering all the previous answer I got, that it is accurate. But I suppose it is. I mean, why would it take 10 to the power 80 instead of anything else? This is a trick question. Dark matter is not supposed to be, what's the word? Hadrons or something like that. So atoms is a kind of matter that is not including dark matter. So it should not tell me yes or no. It should tell me dark matter is not made up of atoms or something like that. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's I guess it's way harder to trick it into giving stupid answers. I mean, when you ask something that is more or less literally somewhere on the internet. This has nothing to do with understanding. It still does the same thing. It takes a few keywords and then it finds, yeah, an answer that is, closely related, possibly correct. Okay, this is what I wanted to hear, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't have to fill it in if I think it's already good. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop and do something else. It's already 11 p.m. now. Well, I use ChatGPT sometimes these days to instead of Google, just to find an answer to something that I maybe can also Google, but it's harder to find with Google because the lack of keywords. But also then it gave me answers that were wrong or outdated at the very least. I think even wrong. But from the wrong answer that it gave, I had new keywords that I could use to find the actual answer with Google. Damn it, I'm still thinking about something that I want to ask that you need to be able to understand, but it must be at very low level, so we can laugh about how stupid it is. Yes, and someone in the chat typed, what a distro. So I thought, well, let's ask ChatGTP. Well, that's a nice challenge, isn't it? Well, so far I would say Manjari was not mentioned here. So we would be left with Arch Linux and Gentoo. That it did not combine then. Can type combine your last two answers. Uh-oh. Okay, I was going to stop. I'll see you guys tomorrow probably. And I need to keep this window open because I was using that and then stop stream.